A story from the Gospel of John. When it was evening on the first day of the week, and the doors of the house where the disciples met were locked for fear of the Jews, Jesus came and stood amongst them and said, "Peace be with you." And then he showed them his hands and his side. The disciples rejoiced when they saw it was the Lord. Again he said to them, "Peace be with you. Just as the Father sent me, so am I sending you." And he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit. For those whose sins you forgive, they are forgiven. But for those whose sins you retain, they are retained." Now Thomas, called the twin, one of the 12, was not there when Jesus came. And the disciples said, "We have seen the Lord." But Thomas said, "Until I can see the marks in his hands that the nails made, and put my finger in the holes, and until I can put my hand in his side, I will not believe." A week later, the disciples were together again, and Thomas was with them. And Jesus came and stood amongst them and said, "Peace be with you." And then he said to Thomas, "Thomas, look at my hand. Put your finger in the hole. Reach out your hand and put it in my side. Do not doubt, but believe." And Thomas said, "My Lord and my God." And Jesus said, "Do you believe because you have seen me? Blessed are those who believe without seeing me." Jesus did many other things in the presence of his disciples, but these were written down so that you may believe that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, and that by believing in him, you will have life to the full.